welcome to another great episode of the Jet Set. Coming up on this week's show, I'm taking you out to Nemacolin Resort for some skeet shooting.
Plus, I've got the travel headlines that have us talking.
And are you dreaming of travel? I'm going to talk to the Seychelles. All this and much more is coming up. You're watching the Jet Set.
Welcome aboard. Are you ready to go? Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to travel, food, fitness, and everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. It's time to Jet Set.
It's time to set sail for travel news on this week's edition of Here's This, powered by TravelPulse.com. A cruise ship based in Norway, but not a Norwegian Cruise Line ship, suffered a coronavirus outbreak just a month after it set sail for the first time since the pandemic had swept the world. Now, passengers had already disembarked the ship by the time that the owners discovered that 33 crew members had tested positive as it sat docked in Norway. Now, the ship took 2 voyages in July, beginning July 17th and July 24th. The company has now contacted all passengers and requested that they self-quarantine. Cruise ships emerged, as everyone knows, as the early spreader of COVID-19, and almost all of the world's cruise ships have docked as the pandemic continues on.
Oh, man.
See, that's what happens when you try to reopen things too early, too quickly.
And now I'm wondering, especially with like the cruise ships and everyone sitting together eating and everyone is all over the place around here. Oh, man.
It makes you realize that things are not going to go back to normal so quickly.
And that sucks.
I mean, you imagine everyone on those ships really wanted to go on a vacation. They really wanted to get away after the lockdowns that everyone's experienced. But now look, now you're in a longer lockdown by yourself, in quarantine because you decided you wanted to go on vacation too early.
Moving on. Tell me something good, Bobby.
Too soon. Okay.
Oh, really?
No. JetBlue announced that the company has updated its Safety from the Ground Up program, a commitment to both safety for crew members and passengers. JetBlue is extending its policy for social distancing for flights by keeping the middle seats on all of its planes empty through at least October 15th. Now, this does not include parties of 3 that are traveling together. You can still use the middle seat. The airline is also extending its Go Back and Forth with Confidence initiative, which gives passengers extended flexibility by waiving change and cancellation fees for new bookings. Now, they did say, quote, "Our Safety from the Ground Up program continues to be a thoughtful and always evolving set of layered protection measures that demonstrates our commitment to keeping our crew members and customers safe while providing them with peace and mind in the air and on the ground."
Okay, I think it's really cool that JetBlue is being like, okay, we have to be flexible if you need to cancel, something comes up, and not charging those exorbitant fees that they usually do.
Yep.
Is JetBlue one of the airlines that is requiring masks?
Yes, they
all
are.
the time?
Yep.
Okay, so they've got the masks.
And they're really the only ones that have committed to keeping the middle seats blocked because, I mean, we were on an American Airlines plane together and the middle seat was not blocked.
That thing was packed.
Okay, now here's some good news.
Tell me.
The company that has been supplying American Airlines with its first-class nut mix for 30 years currently has a surplus of nuts
wonder
as
why.
demand has dropped 90%. In a typical year, the company roasts 2.4 million pounds of nuts, most of which go to airlines. But with the airlines largely not serving nuts right now, demand has dropped and the company has 70,000 bags of nuts sitting around. Most are cashew, almond, walnut, pecan mix. We have some here. This is literally the first-class mix from greatnuts.com that is usually found where Nikki's second home is, first class on American Airlines.
In 6F.
So
I missed this.
does it bring back what travel tastes like to you?
Well, it does because it's like, you know what, my Bloody Mary and then my nut mix, and then I know I'm going somewhere awesome to either, film for the show or travel with my family, and that was just kind of like the initiation into awesome adventure. So go find yours. I would always take out the pistachios.
Greatnuts.com describes their situation as having 50,000 pounds of nuts American Airlines and United didn't want. We're feeling sad. We're sitting on a lot of nuts. So with GNS Foods having so many extra nuts, the company is now selling them online, direct to consumers. You can visit greatnuts.com. Roughly, it's about $6.52 a pound. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We're enjoying the nuts.
Yes. And unwanted robocalls are the #1 complaint to the FCC and cost Americans over $10 billion a year. Now, in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic, scammers are preying on consumers' growing health and financial fears, putting even more people at risk. Thankfully, there is a new tool that can help.
Americans have already lost over $80 million to COVID-related scams this year, according to the FTC, and it's only getting worse.
Scam and robocalls are annoying and dangerous. Just last year, Americans were barraged by over 58 million unwanted robocalls and scams, costing them over $10 billion. And between tax season and COVID, that number is growing fast. So it's important to use the latest tech to stay protected.
To help combat the problem, T-Mobile launched Scam Shield, new free tools to protect T-Mobile, Metro by T-Mobile, and Sprint customers. These safeguards stop scammers in their tracks with free scam ID and blocking, give you free enhanced caller ID, and protect your personal info with a free second number, free number change if needed, and free ID monitoring.
These important services are proven to prevent many fraudulent calls. By providing them for free, T-Mobile is helping protect customers and their wallets against scammers.
For more information, visit T-Mobile.com.
Whether you're working from home or getting back into schoolwork, finding the right technology could be a problem. Luckily, tech expert Andrea Smith is here to help.
We all rely on technology when going back to school or work.
Stay connected with the affordable Samsung Galaxy A51. It has an edge-to-edge 6.5-inch full HD plus display, an advanced 4-camera lens system, and a long-lasting fast-charging battery to get you through the day.
Technology is the key to success.
GoPro's Hero 8 Black works as a high-definition webcam. You can use it anywhere, like school, work, or working out with their different mounts. And you'll look your best with GoPro's Zeus Mini magnetic clip light. Well, with everyone working from home, you might need an extra device. Consider the Lenovo Chromebook Duet. It's a thin and light 2-in-1 with a detachable keyboard, built-in webcam, and a 10.1-inch screen. Well, parents can protect the whole family with security software like McAfee Total Protection. It safeguards against malware, ransomware, and spyware attacks, and protects everyone's identity and privacy.
For more, check out the brand's websites.
We've got to take a quick break, but after the break, I'm taking you skeet shooting. We'll be back in just a minute.
It's time to circle around some good news on Here's More, powered by TravelPulse.com. Roughly 9 months after setting off to become the first North American to complete a nonstop circumnavigation via the 5 Great Capes without the aid of electronic navigational devices, something Nikki could never do. A grueling adventure that saw treacherous weather conditions, delays, a food shortage, and prolonged extreme isolation. Bert Terhart has come home. Now, on July 18th, the married father of 4 arrived at Sax Point Park in Victoria, British Columbia, where he was welcomed by family and friends and promptly was thrust into the realities of COVID-19. Quote, "When I got back, the first thing I said was, what did I miss?" He told Yahoo Life in an interview that basically...
Can you imagine, though?
Can imagine.
Kind of like waking up in this summer after all that has gone on this year and having no idea how much everything has changed. I mean, everything.
They literally, when he got off of his boat, put him like in a plastic box.
Yeah.
Because he's the only person in British Columbia who hadn't possibly come in contact with COVID because he's been on the water the whole time.
But he's probably like the only person on Earth who hasn't been in contact with another person.
He actually said, in a nutshell, I've been sequestered completely, totally isolated from the rest of the world. And he was on his boat for pretty much the past year. And then he quickly recognized, of course, that everyone has pretty much been frozen since March, and he hasn't really missed much of anything.
But can you imagine being like, hey guys, what did I miss? What's
Yeah.
going on here?
I mean, how do you even explain to someone, like, thinking like years from now in history books, they're going to be reading about 2020, how it was literally January, February, March, December.
How would you even describe to him, well, you might want to take a seat because things are a little different.
Yeah, oh, and you need a mask, and you have to stay 6 feet apart from everybody.
And you have to quarantine, and everyone went crazy over toilet paper, and everyone is acting
The whole
very
toilet
poorly.
paper shortage feels like it was years ago.
I know. I don't even know what day it is.
I know. I mean, I remember going to the store and seeing toilet paper in the store, and one being like, we have to buy as much as we can. We never know when we're going to see it again.
During this time, safety while traveling is a big concern, and the Nemacolin Resort is meeting the moment with thorough measures to keep its guests safe while still providing an incredibly luxurious experience. I went recently for a quick escape and got to try my hand at skeet shooting. I loved it. Take a look. Hello!
Hi, how are you today?
Santino.
Yes.
Okay, this place is amazing, and I'm so excited to be here. Where am I? What? This is so cool.
Well, welcome to the Field Club at Nemacolin Woodlands Resort.
Oh, thank you so much.
We are glad that you're here.
Okay, so you guys do lessons, you guys from all levels. If you're a beginner, you're advanced, and everyone in between, I can come here.
The Field Club, we offer many options.
Okay.
You can shoot sporting clays. Children can do archery, air rifle.
Oh, great.
We have lots of options.
That's awesome. What do you have here?
I have a 12 gauge
Okay.
Beretta. It is an over and under. It is open. We carry our guns safely.
Yes.
That is one way to tell that the gun is safe, by carrying it open. You can carry it under your arm, you can carry it over your shoulder, but you always want to be aware of your barrel.
Got it. Hey, Santino, tell me a little bit about the kind of protocols that you guys have done in this kind of pandemic time to make this as safe as possible for the guests. What kind of things have you changed?
We have really went through some steps as into cleaning all guns, all the carts, anything that there would be any type of interactions where guests would be. It's something that we, every day, morning and night.
That's what I'm so impressed that you guys have really taken all of the precautionary steps to make not only the guests feel safe, but the staff. You guys have done an amazing job about learning all of the new protocols and new guidelines, so I commend you guys for doing that.
Thank you.
So if you don't mind, it's been a few years since I've shot, but I would love if we could maybe have a mini lesson. Is that cool?
Absolutely. we
All
can do
right,
that.
let's go.
I'm excited.
And look at all this great stuff. Santino, how did you get here? What is your kind of backstory?
I started here actually as a trapper, right as I was done with college, and I moved up to a supervisor, and I was lucky enough recently to become the manager.
Congratulations!
Yeah, so I've worked my way up from the bottom.
Now, you love the outdoors, you love all outdoor activities, but what is it about shooting that have you been doing it all your life?
I have. I started at a young age. My uncle and father got me into it. But I believe it is the gentlemen that are around the sporting clay world. It's a really good group of guys. The object is to be parallel, your eyes and the barrel.
Okay.
We want to pretend this barrel is your pointer finger.
Oh, okay.
There is a sight on the gun, but we're not going to use that. We're actually going to put our focus on the disc that's in the air.
Okay.
I'm going to load one shell.
Okay.
One shell, one shot. You can hold the gun right in your shoulder. When you're ready, you take your finger to the safety, you turn it off.
Pull.
Okay, just a little bit low. That's okay.
Pull.
Yes! Excellent.
I did
You sure did. I'll give you 5 right now, but I know we're in the...
As the targets come out, you go smoothly up to the first one and then find the second one with your eyes. Point your gun straight to it.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull a Santino. my box is right here.
Small
right
window.
here. I'm hardly moving.
That's it. Take your time. Use your eyes.
Pull.
Okay, you got it. You got the second one. Use your...
My arm hurts.
That's it. Here, I'll take it for you.
Thank you.
Very good. That's
That
okay.
was so
We'll let
fun.
somebody else try.
It's exhilarating.
All right, you did pretty good.
Thank you.
But I think everyone might be surprised to know that I'm actually pretty good at shooting as well.
Oh, really? Is that a challenge, Lori?
I surprised everyone in England. Everyone.
Well, on that bombshell, we've got to take a quick break. We've got lots more of the Jet Set coming up.
Welcome back to the Jet Set. Nikki recently sat down with Laura, who's here to tell us more about one of the most exclusive places you could ever travel to, Frigate Island Private.
So the Seychelles is on my all-time list of dream places to go, and Frigate Island Private looks absolutely amazing. Tell me a little bit about this gorgeous resort.
So Frigate Island Private is a privately owned island in Seychelles. It's family run since 40 years. We have done 20 years of conservation work before the resort was even built. So Frigate is like one of the pioneers in terms of conservation, nature and wildlife both. We have some 17 beautifully crafted villas. They all have private pools, private jacuzzis overlooking the beautiful, magnificent Indian Ocean. And we are basically the size of Monaco, which is 2.9 square kilometers. So there is a lot of exploring going on. We have a very natural jungle. We have 7 beautiful beaches that are all different to each other. So it's every time you are dropped into a different kind of world. And our island feels like it's a destination in itself because you get the coral as well as the granite island experience, which Seychelles has both to offer. And yeah,
That sounds
Frigate is an
amazing.
absolute nature paradise.
What is really amazing about this place is, as it's in the name, Frigate Island Private. You guys are a private island. So tell me a little bit about what you guys have done in this kind of COVID era, even to make it more private.
So what we have done, I mean, we have always been very exclusive, very intimate, very private. We don't get any day visitors. This is not allowed to honor the privacy and exclusivity of our guests. And with the current situation, because we do have quite a number of staff of people working on the island to maintain everything, the gardens, maintenance, our marina, all the service teams and housekeeping. So we decided to cut down the available villas to just 9 villas, which is basically our private estate, plus 9 other villas, to also cut down the size, the number of staff we have on property, as well as to limit the number of guests we have there to ensure we have an even safer place than we already had before.
What can people expect once they open the doors and are on your property? What can someone expect?
So when you step out of your villa and you open the door, you can already see everything before, because we only have glass doors to not miss any of the beautiful views we have. But when you open the door and step on the pool deck, you are absolutely stunned by the glittering Indian Ocean. When you step out to the villa to your front door, you are directly in a jungle surrounded by 250,000 of birds, tropical birds, which one of them is our Seychelles magpie robin, one of the rarest birds in the world, as well like 3,500 free-roaming Aldabra giant tortoises.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Tell me about the food at Frigate Island Private. Tell me the yummy things to eat there.
So what is a really fantastic thing on Frigate is that we have our own gardens and hydroponics, which are actually the largest hydroponic systems in Seychelles. The gardens and hydroponics have been set up over 20 years ago by our agriculture manager, Simon Love, who's still on the island. We grow 80% of what we use in the kitchens. We grow on our island. So we are nearly self-sustained. There is no pesticides, no chemicals going on. It's all organic and it is just pure. So you probably have never eaten a more delicious tomato than on our island.
That sounds wonderful. Where can people go for more information?
So we have lots of information on our website, which is www.frigate.com.
Okay.
Where you get all the usual information about the island. However, we have decided to not put the usual COVID information on it, because we are a private island, we are completely safe. Seychelles is a safe destination, and everything that is needed we provide. So if anybody is inquiring, we provide everybody with all the information they need.
Well, that sounds absolutely wonderful, and I can't wait to come visit. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome back to the Jet Set. To close out this week's show, we're taking a look at ways that you can help support local businesses while staying safe. Now, obviously, not everyone is in the position to be doing this, but for those who are, we think it's always a good thing to remember that we need to support the places we loved to go to before we had to be 6 feet apart from each other.
Yes. What's one way to do that?
Now, you can purchase a gift card. One of the biggest ways that we can help our favorite locally owned spots is by purchasing gift cards for friends and family. So if you are in a position to give, you can even donate gift cards to families in need in your community.
Yes.
You can support your local business by helping your community, and it's a win for everybody.
It's a win-win, and everybody loves a gift card.
I do.
I do. Shop online for yourself or others. While many businesses have closed their physical locations to customers, they are still able to offer a variety of online options. If you have a favorite local retailer, consider shopping on its website for things you might need right now. Even if your favorite businesses haven't typically offered online services, curbside service, or deliveries in the past, they might be adopting some of these services as part of their compliance with local stay-at-home orders. Check out their social media accounts, recent emails, or website to find out if they've added anything new, or you can shop with them right now.
It's true.
That's what I'm doing.
And of course, you can always order takeout, because that's what we're going to do when this show's over. Thank you for joining us this week, everyone.
Bye, everybody.